Welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. This nearly didn't make it because I've been so busy preparing boxes and orders all day, and I have felt so exhausted. Came home and sat down for a little while and felt really refreshed, and I needed to come on here to say a big thank you to all the beautiful comments you're all making. I know a lot of you are looking forward to watching the Vlogmas series each night. So even if I can jump on for a couple of minutes, I'm going to make the effort to do that for you guys. Now, it's just gone past 7 p.m. here in Australia on the 10th, and I wanted to make sure that the bespoke boxes all went off without a hitch. So they are all selling really well. A lot of people have hopped on and purchased already for that. So thank you for that. So now it gives me time to sit down and reflect on the weekend. It's been quite a busy one. And also, now that I'm kind of going to be catching up, once we've got our orders out by Tuesday, I am going to get some sewing done for you guys because I've got lots planned on my little to make list. I'm going to go through some fabrics and some patterns that I want to make, hopefully by Christmas. But you know what? That's really being a bit optimistic because we all know how busy this time of year gets. So no pressure on myself, but these are things I want to make that I've noticed. Certain things are lacking in the wardrobe at the moment because of weather sort of up and down and everywhere. So before I get started on what we've done this weekend, I want to show you what I'm wearing. This is a make from probably 2 years ago now, and it's another Sydney shirt dress or shirt from Sew to Grow. And this, of course, is the shirt version or the top version. This is a beautiful Marley Care lawn from Lady McElroy. I don't remember the name of it, but I always keep my eye out now that I am a stockist for Lady McElroy fabrics. I always keep an eye out for ones that I've bought in the past because they do tend to re-release the prints. And I love Lady McElroy fabric. It's just such beautiful quality. The prints are outstanding. So I'll stand up so you guys can see. There's a lot of mozzies around tonight, so hopefully they're not biting, but this is a great little top. A great kind of shirt with a camp collar feel without having to do things like plackets and buttons and collar stands. So really simple. It's just got a nice little facing, and I had to bring up my V just a tiny bit, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's got little side splits. But I love the retro feel of this fabric, the colours and the way the print is. It's just that really cool 60s, 70s vibe. And I love the colour. I've got a pair of teal kind of linen wide leg pants, just ready to wear pants. There's so many cockies out. I'm going to try and get a bit of vision of some of the birds we have around here because there's cockies, yellow sulphur crested cockies everywhere. We've got a heap of rainbow lorikeets. They are the most beautiful birds, but they get in and eat all of our fruit. Our trees, the fruit trees are fruiting at the moment, and I need to hurry up and get nets on because I've left it way too late, and they are having a field day out there on my beautiful looking apricots. So if I can try and salvage some, I'll get the nets, especially the little individual nets, because for some reason the apricots are the most loved thing by the birds. They grab them first, and they're the things that we love. So lots of gardening planned for the end of this week once I've caught up on everything else. So that's what I'm wearing today. I've got advent calendars to get through. We had a really lovely weekend. We caught up for my niece's baby shower, and this is my husband Joe's sister's daughter, Courtney, and she lives in the same town as us, which is great because we are, we're out in the country and normally we've got to drive everywhere to see anyone. So it's really great that she's only up the road. And, you wouldn't believe it, but of course, Saturday was the most lousy day of the week. We had non-stop rain. It did not stop the whole day there. So she had to have everyone inside. But she had a beautiful spread. I love, baby showers. We never had baby showers when my kids were born. I'm not sure about you guys. Did you have baby showers? Any of you that have had kids, did you have baby showers back in the day? They weren't really a thing, and it's sad because I'm like, oh, this is a great way to get together before the baby's born and kind of celebrate the mum, celebrate just the joy of having kids and getting family together. And what I loved was the way she had everything decorated. She had a beautiful table with pictures of baby photos of both her and her husband, and also a beautiful charcuterie board, but it's spread all over like a long table that everyone could pick at. A lovely cake there. Yeah, it was just really lovely. And what I loved was that she had, these printed out forms that you had to write down what your guess was with, the time of arrival, what date you thought the baby would come on, like little guesses. So kind of a competition who could guess the closest, maybe guess the weight of the baby, the length of the baby, and what colour eyes it would have, what name you think it would be. just things like that was really quite fun. And what I found fun was the alphabet list of the baby names, put down a name for each. And my daughter Charlotte, that was there with me, because being a kinder teacher, she's like, I'm thinking of the most popular names around at the moment, Mum. So she's like, yeah, well, a lot of them are what I've written down as well. So it was just kind of the girls we took there that day. Phoebe was home busy packing boxes. She was all worn out from her concerts all week, so she needed a bit of downtime. It goes a cocky. So I took Charlotte and Eliza, my twins, there with me, and Lily came as well, so the youngest daughter Lily. And yeah, we had a lovely day, and got to catch up and have some fruit punch, and yeah, it was really, really nice just to see everybody. And the expectant mum was looking gorgeous. And I love how, pregnant mums these days, they wear the bodycon dresses, they're showing off their bump, they're proud. And I just said to my girls, when we were pregnant back almost 30 years ago, we would wear floaty or flowy things to try and almost disguise it. But I do remember wearing bib and brace overalls. It was a really big thing in the 90s to wear bib and brace overalls. And you had to find special maternity clothes, the jeans with the big stretchy waist and things like that. So now I think it's fabulous because there's so many options for expectant mums with, so many stretchy things to wear that they can kind of almost wear anything and adapt it to fit in their wardrobe. So I think there's a lot less pressure on expectant mums having to wear maternity clothes. And I remember them being so expensive. And back then I didn't do a lot of sewing for myself. I do remember making for Phoebe. I wish I had taken photos, but I do remember getting the sewing machine out when I was pregnant with our first Phoebe. And I made the cot quilt and the bumpers that you'd have around the cot, the old wooden cots. And I made them in a country kind of gingham, like green and white gingham. And there was a lot of, folksy looking decals on the walls. There was teddy bears, and it was, burgundy and the bottle green and the cream, kind of old-fashioned colours. It's so interesting to see everything so neutral now. A lot of people are decorating their babies' rooms in like neutral tones, like it's really safe. But we had the wallpaper borders with the country charm kind of feel, and the mint green cot. And we did have a lot of secondhand furniture which we painted up because, again, back then I remember baby furniture being so expensive. You had to go to the specialty baby stores, whereas now they're a lot more widely available. And I remember too with the last two kids going to IKEA and just buying, because I got rid of everything thinking we won't have any more, but something got into me and made me convince Joe to go back for two more. Oh, what was I thinking? But I remember going to IKEA and buying everything really cheap and just having practical, easy, clean things. And there wasn't that kind of pressure to have everything fancy, everything new. And there was a sheet yesterday where you had to have tips or advice for expectant parents. What would you advise? And my thing was that kids don't need expensive everything. That they really can make do on just their parents being there for them and spending time with them. They do get more expensive as they get older, of course, but really the kids don't need a big fancy house or the fanciest clothes in the world. They're very, very happy, especially when they're little, to just coast along and have the love from parents. And yeah, I just said, you'll be fine. I think it's that expectant parents is such a nerve-wracking time, but really it's a lovely thing to see the family growing. So yeah, it's just funny how things change. I'd love to hear your comments. Write in the comments below. Did you make your maternity clothes? Do you find things have changed so much now? Maybe I wouldn't have had the confidence to wear, skimpy or tight-fitting clothing with the big maternity bump, but people do now. People are very happy to show it off, and it's just become. I don't know why we felt that way, but maybe it's just because passed down from generations, we were like you told to kind of cover up or look a certain way, but really there's no right or wrong reason to wear whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable in being pregnant. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So I'm getting a bit eaten alive out here. I'm going to get going on my advent calendars. Beyond the pink door first. Day 10, of course, is a QR code that I'm about to go and have a look at now, because day 9 was the button. So that'll be what I'll be finding. I know that Andrea and partner Jason are coming back from their trip away, so she'll be back to I'd say you know, laptop full of emails to go through. It's just a busy time of year. Hey, how beautiful are my hydrangeas looking, by the way. I actually picked this spot tonight to show you guys how amazing and fluffy they're looking. And with all the rain we had yesterday, they're loving it. They're in a really great spot. Someone did say, what's the best position? I would say morning sun, afternoon shade, plenty of water, and protection from strong or drying winds. So that's the best spot for them at the moment. Looking really nice in the pots. You can grow them in pots. They are pots, those two. Let me see. Day 10. That one keeps falling out. Pop it back in here. Day 10. Let me see. Here we go. This is day 10, of course. It's a lady swimming in a pool. I love the artwork on these. And we've got a Glass House fragrance body lotion, Midnight in Milan. This is saffron and rose. So one of the, was it the lip gloss? There was another Midnight in Milan. I like how you get little sets. These are all made in Australia, Glass House fragrances, and their beauty products are really lovely as well. Have a whiff of that one. Oh, I haven't been disappointed in any of these. They're really lovely. I'm actually thinking about all the things I need to be doing, small Christmas shopping, kind of leaving it a bit late now to order online. But that's what happens when you get busy. I've actually just bought tickets for Lily and I to go to the movies. She is desperate to see Taylor Swift in concert, and of course she's a big fan, couldn't get tickets. I'm not the hugest fan in the world. I think she's great and I really admire her for what she's done. I can see what the appeal is for her. I think she looks like a beautiful person, but I had to be talked into it. I just thought, yeah, I've got to take her. I've got to do the mum-daughter thing. We'll go to the movies and have a nice night out. But none of the other older daughters wanted to go. Tell her, Mum, you can take her. We're not real keen Taylor Swift fans. They like something a bit more alternative, but I am going to take her to get a nice mummy thing. So what is on my make list for this summer? I would say summer because my Christmas is getting really, really optimistic. But anyway, who knows what could happen in the next couple of weeks. I might get a sewing surge and get through a few things that I have planned to make. And, I've really need to spend more time experimenting with the new machines. I've had a few emails off beautiful people saying, have you had time to have a sew? What have you been making? I haven't had a lot of time to experiment, so I'm really looking forward to getting to know my machines better. But the first thing I want to make is this beautiful Chloe chambray. It's the Circles of the Orient. It's a linen viscose blend, and of course, Seasons of East Autumn in New York dress is that really lovely 20s style with the godets and the frills. So that is what I want to make with that one. And this has been a really popular one. So has that new Chloe chambray, of course, the Cobra Corsage in the magenta, sold out over the weekend. And I know that Deb from DB Designs, she's making another Seasons of East dress with the pink. But I have just put in another order for the magenta pink, a beautiful cobalt blue, a mauve, and an emerald green. If you love that Cobra Corsage in that Chloe chambray, which is the viscose linen blend, so lovely to wear, especially for summer. So that's the Circles of the Orient. But we'll be getting more of the Cobra Corsage in because I know people are going to be banging down the door for that, as well as the Life in Venice. That's sold out again so quickly, so there's more of that coming. I should just order whatever they've got left. I'm pretty sure that just about every one of my customers has bought that by now, but it's one that I still haven't got, and I really, really love it. I think next time I am definitely nabbing a piece of that. The next thing I have on my list is with this beautiful Lady McElroy indigo linen chambray, is that lovely Tazuti Matea dress. I love the look of that. It's a nice long line with that frill around the bottom, very simple cap sleeve. But I really want to embrace some more solid colour things. I think they just look so lovely with a statementy earring, which is actually I've got on today. Another Martha Jean. I haven't shown you guys up close yet. These are my new Martha jeans, which just go beautifully with everything. But I really want to make some solid colour dresses to make a bit more of an impact. I still keep talking about this, don't I? I haven't made one yet. The Jyoti Duster by So Different Patterns. I need one of these so desperately. I have to get around to making it. So whether I make this first and the dress next, we'll have to wait and see. But I love this. This is that beautiful sunset colour Indian block print fabrics, and of course we've got a new load in that are already selling out really fast, and there's always certain prints that just take off more than others, and we can never put our finger on what it is, but it's wonderful to see you guys embracing those fabrics because they're beautiful to wear for summertime. And also I've just been communicating with Nevada Hansen. She actually let me know that the fabrics are in Tullamarine as we speak, so the new range from her is coming. Fingers crossed it will be here one day this week. So I'd say more towards the end of the week or the start of the one after, before they have to all get sorted out. But we are getting a huge range of all the new fabrics in, which is super duper exciting. A lot of you are waiting on those prints, so definitely we'll be getting those in, and they are on their way. Just sitting at customs, which of course, sitting at Tullamarine, which of course is the usual thing this time of year. There's a backlog to get through, so they will be here any day. So very exciting. And as well as that, I have also been told from our supply from Liberty that the brand new range of Liberty prints, which we've been waiting for, their spring summer range, is coming hopefully next week. So I've got a lot of new Liberty prints that I ordered that I think you're going to fall in love with. Just beautiful Tana lawns and some really interesting unbelievable prints that I am so excited to get hold of for you guys, because I know there's a lot of Liberty fans. So that's all happening. And also I have been planning on doing something with this fabric. I've had it sitting in my stash, that beautiful Atelier Jupe Summer Vibes Viscose. Their fabrics are to die for. They're most gorgeous quality. They're floaty, and just the dimension and the colour in the prints. I love that kind of hit of gold in that one. But I think that Lynn caftan would be so practical and beautiful. Of course, the Atelier Jupe Lynn caftan is one that I definitely want to make in that. So that's what my piece of the Summer Vibes is put aside to make, because I think it'd be really practical and lovely and cool, and something you can dress up or down depending on, you know, what shoe you've got to wear. So that's day 10 done for me. Bit of a catch up over the weekend, what we've been up to. I've got a really busy morning, of course, packing all of these great Gatsby boxes. We're going to try and get them off in the next 2 days, so that fingers crossed a lot of you will get them before Christmas. But of course, Australia Post backlog is really happening at the moment, and they're still catching up with a lot of the Black Friday sales. So I feel for a lot of the delivery and mail people, because they've got a huge job to contend with to sort out parcels there. So it's just nice to be a bit kind to everybody. I know it's just the time of year that it can get really high pressure. But you're just going to think it's just another day, but we'll get through, and it'll be 2024 before you know it. But I'm really excited to have a lovely Christmas and organise some nice goodies to eat with the family. And we did actually get a little cheese platter out yesterday, I must say. We had time to sit down and have beautiful cheeses. Some of our cheeses that we got from the Berry Creek farm, which was, of course, the first or second day of Vlogmas, we went away to get these cheeses. And we also cracked open a bottle of the champagne we had from our anniversary when we stayed in the Crown in the city. We've been saving that to have for when we both had time to sit and have a sip, because of course hubby is a train driver. He does a lot of shift work. He has to make sure that he has zero alcohol in his system when he's, if he's driving the next day. So he's always very picky when he can and can't have a drink. He has to be careful with that. Which is good to know that they do a lot of, alcohol testing, drug testing on their train drivers to keep everybody safe. But it means he has to be very careful on when he can have a sip or when he can't. So he's actually gone to work tonight. He's starting at 8 p.m. tonight, so he'll be working through the night. And he does train testing, which is about half an hour from us. Now the yard's out at Pakenham East, of course, where they do all the train testing for their brand new train. So he'll be doing that through the night. And the thing with him is that he needs to make sure he has a nap through the day, and he'll get busy outside in the garden and doing everything, around the place, that sometimes I have to remind him, make sure you have a good nana nap before you go, because you know what, the best thing is having a nana nap. I don't know about you guys, but you get that 3 p.m. slump, and sometimes you feel you just need to shut your eyes for 5 minutes, and it can make all the difference. Especially at this time of year when we're all run off our feet. So I'm going to leave you all to it there. I'll see you all again tomorrow for day 11. Have a beautiful night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.